Tigit na ako. Tigit na ako. Hold ka. Tigit na nga ako. Wait lang.
Good morning everyone, you can see the MMDA are back in Manila, and as soon as we arrived here so many jeepneys just started speeding away from the area. There are a lot of Colorum jeepneys here, there are a lot of illegally parked jeepneys, and just like yesterday they're going to be catching those people. This jeepney here is about to be towed away. It's parked here on the pedestrian crossing. This is a vulcanizing shop, but it's basically just set up on the sidewalk. Another sidewalk business that causes disruption on a public road. So this vehicle is about to be towed away. Here's a rider that's being apprehended now for no helmet. Oh, in fact, it looks like the driver can't show a license, so this is actually going to be impounded. He's saying, I'm just going nearby, but you need a driver's license if you're going to drive a vehicle on the road. And over here are many more motorcycles that have been apprehended with riders that don't have helmets. Ate, your helmet. That lady was just stopped for no helmet when she has a helmet, then she rode off again not wearing the helmet. So right now they're writing out another ticket, 2 riders, back rider, no helmet. They'll just write the ticket and then the passenger will have to find alternative means of transport, or they'll have to find a helmet. Here's another motorcycle they just stopped, 2 riders, no helmets. Again, if they have a license, they can just take a ticket and push the bike. No license, it will be impounded. It looks like he does have a helmet, but for whatever reason he decided not to wear it. Here's a tricycle they've just pulled over. What's the violation?
Driving sleepers. Magkano ang bayad nyo? Wala wagasan lang yun.
75 lang.
So the reason why they stopped this tricycle is dress code violation with the slippers. The passenger confirmed they're paying, but he doesn't appear to have any franchise papers. So most likely this vehicle would be impounded. So this bike they just stopped with the back rider no helmet. They already have a ticket, their license has been confiscated, and when you look at the ticket, what the violation is, it was for a no helmet, and it was only yesterday. Here's another motorcycle they stopped, back rider, no helmet, and you can see Celine is here. Good morning, Celine.
Hi, good morning.
It looks like they've already been busy further down the road because there's a lot of confiscated stuff on the truck already. Here's another 2 bikes that they've stopped. This one, the driver has no helmet. This one, the driver has no helmet. The towing crew are moving in now. The driver only has a student permit. They don't have a driver's license. Over here, they're dismantling this extension over the sidewalk. And you can see the tricycle's just been loaded onto the flatbed now. Now, of course, you're only seeing a fraction of the operation because the men are spread out all along this road. There's around 70 men. So you're only seeing a small percentage of what they're actually capturing. And there goes one of the impounded vehicles now. The men are just about to regroup and then move on. I can see that one motorcycle over there has a small baby boy on it. This motorcycle here, back rider, no helmet.
Marami na po kaming hinuli. Ano naman po nakakahiya naman po dun sa mga hinuli namin, napapagbigyan namin kayo, sila hindi. Ano po? Iano lang naman to, titikitan lang kayo tapos diretso.
Natin kasi walang driver's lisensya.
Walang lisensya. Sino walang lisensya? Hindi pa pwede mag-drive ng walang lisensya, ha? Tapos yung helmet mo, hindi pa yan yung standard na helmet. Ma'am, bibigyan namin kayo ng TIF, bibigyan namin kayo ng notice of impounding.
Tawagan ko lang po.
Hoy, sino yan?
Tawag lang po ako.
Sino yung tatawagan? Sino yung major? Major ano yun?
Dapat tatawag lang po ako.
Oh, sige.
So you can see that bike's now being impounded. The driver doesn't appear to have a license. Even if he has a barangay chairman with him, they still have to impound the bike. The original reason for stopping it was back rider, no helmet. So this bike here is about to be impounded. The back rider didn't have a helmet, and then it turns out the driver only has a student permit, not a driver's license. They tried to stop this rider. They didn't want to stop, but there's more enforcers, so they'll just stop it further along the road. So the sidewalk clearing team have just arrived and they're going to try and clear this street. There's a lot of obstructions here. The enforcers right now are already issuing tickets for illegal parking and towing vehicles that don't have drivers. You can see the PMP are also here just to offer any support that might be required. They're just continuing down the road, clearing obstructions and dealing with the vehicles parked here. This is something we've seen before, where they actually hide the real plate with this plate. The real plate is underneath, but of course no one can read it because they hide it with this. Right now they're going to maneuver this tow truck down the road. There's quite a few vehicles that need to be towed. Actually, you can see some people have now come out and they're starting to physically pull the vehicles or the obstructions to try and move them before the MMDA get them. Right now they're using a little bit of brute force to help it on here. The back wheels are locked up even with the handbrake off. You can see someone's now sweeping up all the mess that was behind these parked vehicles and the obstructions that were here, the vendor carts and things like that. So at least it'll be a little bit cleaner. Also, that will help with any pests. They're just waiting for another tow truck to come down now. That tricycle with the Kagawad plate is now going on the back of a tow truck. It has flat tires, so I doubt it's been used anytime recent. Some people just came over to Bong asking him to release a vehicle, and he said the same thing as he said earlier today. If I have to release one vehicle, I have to release all of the vehicles. Do you want me to release all the vehicles? Because there won't be any improvement if we just release all the hard work that we've been doing every day. That's not his exact words, but that's the general message. Some of the enforcers have come in to help with some manpower. It's quite a heavy vehicle, especially with the sidecar. Anyway, once they've got that on there, onto the next one. And right now they're picking up this one. They're going to use the same tow truck they used for the tricycle here. So here's some new friends that they made.
Yeah, hello.
So if you compare this to when we arrived, it's much better. You can see this is completely clear now. Before it was blocked with vehicles, it was blocked with vendor carts and stuff like that. So yeah, so far so good, but they still have to continue down the road. Here's two riders, they stopped for a no helmet. It was actually on the bigger road over there, but they've just moved them off to the side here, so it's a safer place to issue their tickets and verify their documents. This vehicle here is being stopped for verification. It looks like most of these are being pulled over for verification. Kuya, how much was this one? Makano? For the trip? 100?
It depends on the location.
I just spoke to the passenger now and asked him how much he paid. He said 100. He didn't even know it's colorum. I said to him, you're going to have to find another ride. I think they're going to impound this. He didn't even realize. That's the problem. You give the benefit of the doubt to these tricycles thinking that they're okay, they've got all the right paperwork. But it looks like probably most of these are going to be impounded because, you know, honestly, most of the tricycles you stop around here, none of them have any paperwork. You can see that one lane here is actually blocked by a lot of junk. I just saw someone taking a sidecar away. There's a lot of different trash here and carts and stuff. Right now they're just trying to break the padlock off this. You might wonder why they're not using the proper tools. Well, the truck has already moved ahead and that's where the main tools are. So they're working with what they've got. So they'll clear this off the road now. I think this tricycle is about to be impounded that was parked in the road. The driver doesn't seem to be able to show any paperwork or any license, so most likely it's going to be impounded. Honestly, it makes you wonder about what's going on here because pretty much every single tricycle you stop doesn't have a driver's license and don't have any paperwork at all. And the number of riders going around without helmets is so high. So I wonder what's going on with the local enforcement. And here they've stopped a motorcycle back rider, no helmet. It seems to be showing some kind of ID, but it's not an ID they need, it's a driver's license. So he's just handing over the license now and he can write the ticket and his passenger will have to go down. Let's see if that rider gets stopped further along the road. Seems like he doesn't want to stop. I can see a rider going after him. Okay, they've stopped him. Let me go. Oh, he's him. What? He's the enforcer. I just saw him. Okay, they managed to stop him now. You managed to stop him, huh?
Kaibigan tayo. Lasensya na po sila. Tumakbo pa rin. Binaran ni Tatay ano eh. Siya si Lopez, mga Tatay ano.
Kasi nasa gitna ako eh. Nasa gitna ako eh. Kaya pinanong pa ako ng ginanin eh.
I don't know if you saw that on my body camera, but Bong was saying to him, you don't have a helmet. He's like, yeah, but I have a ticket. He's like, yeah, but you don't have a helmet. I tried to stop the guy, but the guy rode away. I think the enforcers have captured him further down the road. I guess they have to issue another ticket for no helmet.
iPhone ba? Mana iPhone? Pigit na ako. Pigit na ako. Hold ka. Pitigit lang ako. Hold lang. Ikaw muna, papaano ko? Pitigit lang nga eh. Hold ka. Huwag mo gagawin din naman, sir. Huwag mo ba? Pasensya na po, sir. Pasensya na po. Huwag po namin yung binastos po, sir. Hindi ko pinabastos, sir. May ticket na po ako. Akin na po yung ticket. Sir, ganito na po, sir. Sir, huwag ka na magmanayo dyan, sir. Tabi mo yung motor mo. May helmet ka ba?
Sir, hindi lang ka na daw po pwede mag-drive na walang helmet. At nakita na no helmet, itabi mo na po yan, sir. Hindi ka pwede mag-drive. Pwede po kayo, sir.
Right now the enforcers are issuing tickets to these tricycles. They call it illegal sitting terminal. It's an obstruction. This isn't meant to be a terminal, but the tricycles are making it into a terminal. Right now they're writing out an environmental ticket for blocking the sidewalk here. These vendors have been cleared many times, but of course they come back and they're just clearing this one also and issuing a ticket for the same thing, blocking the sidewalk.